I hear beeping.
Yeah, I.
So, hello and welcome everyone again to another Let's Play with the developers, and we're still Let's Play on our schematic server, working on the new Incan style. In the first episode we've worked through the builder's hut, which was basically always the first hut, one of the first huts to design basically, and then in the last episode we started on the town hall. So the town hall is already very close to being finished. Looks already pretty amazing and has a relatively neat underground area as well. Just have to find, where was the entrance area again? Here. There was a secret entrance area. There's even a aquarium down here.
So here we have the aquarium. And
we got a treasure room over here.
Yeah.
And this is going to be mostly a player base down here, basically. A bathroom, neat.
Bathroom. Oh, and this way is the kitchen, as you can see.
So,
and then back
master
here is
bedroom.
Yes.
So first, hi Isianti, hi Korean Bronze, hi Dexteruxion, how you guys doing? We're here with a whole lot of people, that is with Erevan, Kugu, John and Thylar, and Sam Letters is also logging in and bringing some extra letters, I believe.
Always.
Hi Sandriel as well. So, now, as far as I remember, Erevan needed some help on the redstone here. Yeah, the other side.
Hey.
Hi there.
Hey, Erevan, do we want to leave the floor in the target room the way it is, or do you want to turn it over to something else?
Don't you want to use the multi-piston for this here, potentially?
If you like.
I told you. Where's my $5?
I'll get it to you on Friday.
Oh, we need another solid substitution block down here. There's not a lot of place down here.
No, this is ground floor. We don't need any more substitution blocks.
And that's here upstairs we can't go either. So,
how about just good old-fashioned cobblestone for the floor in here?
Dark oak medieval dark oak rework, yes.
Oh.
Choose what you want, Irvin.
So,
yeah.
Let's think about
undo.
So she made basically, there's a comparator here.
It's me.
I thought you were talking about like the dark oak style proper, and I was really confused. I was like, I didn't know about a
yeah.
rework.
Kugo works on the dark oak, dark oak forest one basically, and Carlsoner, the author of the medieval ones, made the rework of the medieval dark oaks, including a bunch of the 116 blocks, and he was planning to do that for quite a while now already too. That's a good way to do this.
Just so you are aware, if you go back up to the top, I need to leave soon, so just saying when I did a lot of rework on adding greenery around the edges of it and making it look more like fluid of a movement from the walls to the ground.
Let's go up a little bit.
So it's not just a flat change between the two.
So
there we go.
It looks quite neat. There we adjusted this to be a little bit less flat as well. Nice.
Yeah. So it's like a little broken up. I added a couple more trees, and I also added a lot of grass.
Storage in here as well, a little bit in the back. There's just a normal hut. There's now holes here for the smoke to escape, so that no one dies of carbon monoxide poisoning.
We had a discussion about that. So we're gonna, we figure if the roof is even, the thatch will do a peak thatch roof, and the holes in the thatch itself, that part of the block texture, there's our hole for the smoke to get out.
Yeah.
But if it's a single top,
nice.
then we'll just do a hole for the smoke to get out.
Those
So-
here mostly stayed the same. Looking a lot more smooth now. Very nice. So let's go back to the redstone stuff, and then basically we can level that down already. I think that's the only thing missing, I believe. So.
Hey, it was nice joining you for like 10 minutes. See you guys later.
See
Bye,
ya.
Kugo.
See ya.
So basically, we put this here and this here. We only have one block to push and pull. Can put basically some cobblestone behind here. We only need a way to trigger this. Funnily that it's working it's even like super nice because it allows it to look through the block behind us. This is just epic. Look at this, John. This is like not intended, but this is like for a secret room. What do you want more than being able to look into the room on the other side, even if there's a block in front of it?
Oh yeah. What mod was that? It had a
And it only works for one block, does it? For 2 blocks it doesn't, right? Oh, it works for multiple blocks. So basically until the room opens up and then it stops.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Unintended, I would say it's not a bug, it's a feature.
Of course.
There was, which mod provides you with Venetian blinds? I can't remember which one that was, but you basically you put them on a solid wall, open them up, and you can see outside. It's a solid wall from the outside, but on the inside, it's a window.
So, oops.
You can put the switch back here. Nope.
Me.
That's part of the design there, Ray. If you notice,
Those are
in the
part of the
corners.
design.
Yeah.
There's a securing the thing behind it. Okay. So
Yeah. If you notice in the corners here, that's. I moved all the lanterns off the floor and put them up like
that's
that.
kind of a bad place to get redstone over to the other side. Have to because the floor is basically at the bottom.
Like 1 deep. Yeah. No, I would leave the redstone. It's blood. People came in here and got killed.
Oh, thanks a lot for all the community subs, Roxion. Highly appreciated.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Go sit here on my shelf because I'm a treasure.
and at least as old as the gold in the room.
Oh.
Just kidding. Okay, good resist.
There we go.
Okay, how can we get that redstone from this side over to the other, or have another hidden mechanism? Here's outside already too. Mean Ray is mean.
Well, I mean, Ray, I did discover. I mean, unfortunately, it's be very obvious. But you put a button on the bookshelf, it works.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, but then it toggles. So you'd have to set the. I would think so it defaults to close instead of open.
With the top things there, and just yeah.
That one doesn't
Ready to
toggle
go.
it. Would it toggle? Nope.
On the front.
Ah.
Put it on the front.
We do have to do, what is it? North and south. We have to set north and south instead of plus and minus.
They were set right unless some. Oh, that's right. Yeah, when I originally set them, yeah.
And then I broke them.
And it only works for one of them.
Yep. One. I'm doing it right now. Speed 1. Speed 1. Are you doing north green, south red? That's what I did. Take a look and check my settings.
About the miner, we do have currently a pull request that is being reviewed and almost ready to merge that allows you to assign guards to patrol the level the miner is working on.
Yeah.
So basically you can hire up to 3 guards that patrol the miner level and kill the mobs.
Hey, go to your settings and turn your brightness up from moody. You got it on moody.
Me?
Yeah, your brightness is very dark.
Oh, that's better. And they had different speed, now they should be fine. And it's because this ticks one later than the other. Because the button is directly on that one. So I wonder. But still doesn't allow us to trigger from the other side, does it?
Now this is interesting, Ray. I'm not seeing those settings you made. I still see plus and minus.
You still see plus and minus? So
Yeah,
it didn't
even though
get...
you made changes to it.
Oh, weird. So it didn't get synced over.
Yeah.
Oh, it also has to be one
I'll let
range.
you play with them. Yeah.
One range.
We want, yeah.
Ah, that's better now. Yes.
I would say invert it, so it's the other way around, so the door is always closed instead of open. You know, switch north and south, so north is red and south is green.
It's actually, I think the tick is a little bit too far away, because usually it should just stay. But then I think we need a longer relay for that than just a normal button. Because if you make it from a little bit farther and the red zone reaches it from farther,
well,
it will
that's a
work.
button. If we put a switch there, that
no, a lever works fine. Yes.
Yeah. So there we go. Yeah. And then do one out here as well on the bookshelf.
But it will only trigger the upper one now.
Ah.
Yes, because it triggers the block behind it, but not the block below it.
It has to be triggered directly. So
I was using redstone because I figure I needed to be able to trigger them both at the same time.
Well,
it's relatively interesting that someone is currently working on a Roman style.
You got some redstone on you? We use that as a path, or does it...
At the end of the stream, you should drop on Thaler and show what he's been up to.
No, there's nothing to see over here.
No, I think I know what's going on here. We need to do this. That it needs to go around and point straight in.
We need a I always forget the name of it.
I break that.
Repeater.
Comparator?
No, repeater.
Wait, that should have.
No. Right, I've dunked with these too many times. The only way I found to make it work is to do this, which is now push the button.
Yeah, now it works, right?
Yeah. Trust me, when I put on a big old redstone,
It also
device.
Works
Yeah, and Space Wars.
It also works like this.
Yeah.
This here also works, probably. Yep.
Ah. There we go.
This would also work. Yeah, but we have currently someone working on a Roman style. As far as I saw, they had like the citizen hut and builder's hut finished already. So if we hope that they're going to keep working on it, that might be awesome. I always wanted a Roman style as well. I saw Thaler was talking a lot with them, giving them some input.
It looks good so far.
Yep, it looks pretty neat so far.
All this red's blood.
It just also couldn't it just do something like this to trigger it?
No.
Should so that would trigger it then. Yep.
Yep.
Then it's inverting them. So red is on the top. Red is on the top and green on the south. And then chook. Okay.
The problem with. Yep.
Yep. Works. Almost caught me there in the wall, but that's working now. That's a minimum implementation of it. It even goes as far as, and then take some. Can't we do these?
You know what's going to happen? Push the button.
Now we need another button now as well.
It worked. Okay. Alright. Button right there. Yeah, unfortunately
the button up here can't be, but we can put the button. Wait. We can put the button here. That works.
Nope. What? No.
What happened now? It's,
you got
it's
the
triggering
button. The button is where it's got to move to.
Yes. So the button would have to be hidden behind here.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
That works. Yeah, it can be a bookshelf as well.
Yeah, so you may want to set the timing to 3 and not to 1.
So, that looks nice. Good idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you may want to set the timing to 3, so it takes longer to open and close.
But speed is the max. So if the time is 3, isn't it faster?
Yes.
Speed 3. I think it was faster. Whoops.
No, it's slow. Oh, actually, slower. The reason I want slower, so you can walk through it. So, yeah. So you're not. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen.
Oh no! Gotta run this Indiana style.
No, it's 1 is the
or you die.
1 is the minimum speed. That's the slowest it goes.
Slowest?
Yeah.
Oh wow. That's right. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, we don't want to go faster. If you had, wait, do you have a repeater on that? Is there
we can slow down the repeater. True. If you slow down the repeater, that should give it an additional slowdown. Can I?
There we go. Yep, I did it. Push the button. Nope.
No, it takes longer, so you have a little bit of time to walk in front of it. So it gives me the time to slowly walk in front of here. I think that's fine. I think we're done here.
We all know what's going to happen, though. Players make sure they have an axe in hand.
So, we got this done here. The players are going to be just mad about all the gold they're going to spend and not going to see it. Where is this gold that I'm spending on this thing? I want it back. Okay. I think we're ready now for the leveling down. Am I right?
Yep. Yeah.
The overall thing is ready. We're going to be keeping Sam's ladders here.
Yes, I left a few of his ladders.
Yeah.
I think to make it here.
Are we ready? Can I now break stuff?
Wait.
Okay. So everyone is now going to scan this in. Oh, you're world editing it. You could just scan tooling it as well.
Here's the problem with scan tooling, Ray. You end up with all these files sitting in your folder that you have to then come back through later and delete.
Yeah, I got thousands of them. What's the problem? So she's. Oh, I gotta be careful. Okay, it now placed it all here. So now let me just check if the redstone is still intact. Okay, so that is, for all the people who are just tuning in, this is the new Incan style we're adding to the game relatively soon. Okay, that still works, nice.
Yeah.
So, this is now for level 4. Now we basically have to scale down the cost. Okay.
So we still have.
So
an enchanting
basically,
room.
we have to swap all valuables.
Well,
It's not
we-
level
for
4.
sure
Level
and
4 still
take
can
on
be
valuables.
expensive, but shouldn't be so expensive. So first of all, we should
Yeah.
probably get rid of most of the gilded blackstone and put
Yeah.
normal blackstone in place. Maybe we
I was going to
could.
get rid of the caves that you have made. I was going to get rid of those. The storage, I was going to get rid of those.
we kind of keep the cave, but we no longer give access to it.
I mean, the cave on the backside, the moon cave.
We leave the little stream coming out,
Yes,
but we
Okay.
don't give access to it.
we can remove the redstone part of it. So I'm going to scan tool the entire building and replace the gilded blackstone with normal blackstone. Oh, it pushed me up here. Okay. So let's get up there. I'm going to be replacing all those gilded blackstone. That people are not going to hate us too much. Okay, it's up there.
We could take a row of books out of the enchanting room. We still have an enchanting room, but we don't have as many
So,
bookshelves in it.
We have the hello Matthew, how you're doing? To replace that with normal blackstone. You're done. And there should be no gilded blackstone anymore. Yep, true.
The sea lanterns go. All the sea lanterns go.
Sea lanterns just got added at this level. This is sea level.
Oh, the sea level?
Yeah. So we need to remove the end rods. That's what you meant.
Oh, you
yeah.
removed one story as well. Okay.
Yeah, I'm also going to remove the enchanter and the archery from downstairs. Did you get to play with the archery? You should play with the archery.
So I'm going to remove. I did clear, I think it was. I need to remove all those baked potatoes here. Your welcome chest is gone. I think the remaining stuff we can leave here. It's level 4, that's fine.
Let's go back downstairs. Oh, where is that downstairs?
So
How do I get there by walking?
downstairs.
I'm going to remove the archery and the treasury that we just worked so hard for the last half hour.
I'm in here right now.
I'm just going to turn it into enchanter. I was going to get rid of the enchanter first.
You keep the enchanter. The enchanter stays. We just get rid of bookshelves.
Yeah, I would have it.
Okay.
Level 4 is fine because
So-
we just reduced the bookshelves here.
No, I didn't need all this. This was not.
So maybe something like this. I think that's fine.
All right.
Just in here breaking stuff in the
So-
treasury room.
I think we should
Oh,
get
speaking
rid
of breaking stuff.
of banners as well.
There's a flood.
So
Yeah.
having some banners is fine. Having all of them is maybe a bit much. Oh, that's the
Oh,
archery here.
we got rid of 66 banners already, so we're good.
Yeah, just 300 left.
Just 300 left.
Should be fine, right?
You should. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
So let's remove those as well. Here. Should we fill the bathroom area here up? I think I would fill up all the part here. I would fill that in probably.
It's
I
easier.
just filled in the archery. Yeah, we can fill in this.
I think this area here we can fill in entirely as well.
Yeah. So I just
Hold
will
up.
break
I got
stuff.
it. I got it. I got a world edit.
You got in the world
Yeah.
edit? Okay.
Just put stone there, or no, actually put placeholder blocks in there. Just put
Bathroom we
placeholder
can. The
blocks.
bedroom we can, but we just downgrade it a little bit.
Did I use?
Oops.
I used the wrong. Okay.
And we
Try to-
change all this to something else. Cream is cream too expensive?
No, cream is fine. I would leave it there. Just replace those with glowstone.
That's right. We just do glowstone. at this level. So all these lanterns can turn to glowstone.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Removing some more of these here. Lanterns as well.
There we go.
Yeah, not so many. It's because it's very costly. I have all those sea lanterns. A sea lantern is fine. Oops. I think we can remove those. And the current versions for the schematic server.
Do we keep the fancy floor or just make it all?
You do find them in the builders channel. So. Okay, that's fine. Let me reduce this one here. Oh, the dragon head has to go as well. So.
That can just be a placeholder block.
By the way,
So.
don't want to be removed from the world edit. Trust me, you do not want to be removed from a schematic.
Yeah.
You end up in the void.
The room behind here, the secret room, we should probably want to fill in.
But keep the stream.
Oops! I didn't know there was this. Hello, didn't know.
So, basically, fill this in here as well. I do it with the scan tool instead
The
of
scam tool.
Yes, it's a scammer's tool.
So,
Yeah. We leave the stream because that's a natural stream.
Okay.
Wink, wink.
so
And you can just fill that in.
Trapdoor.
Actually, we can probably
Wait.
fill in up to here. So this actually could be.
Then we replace this. Oops.
Yeah, we can actually. This little ante-room we're in, we can just get rid of this
And then
ante-room
with
too.
Okay.
solid substitution.
It'll just be a straight up hallway.
No, wait. We want to replace air with here, the solid placeholder. Yes.
And he kills everyone in in all the builders, you know.
Done.
Because he sets it the wrong
You
place.
really hate the pirates, but they're one of the only reasons. That's why that's like the thing of the pirates, right? On the one hand, you're like, oh, those darn pirates. On the other hand, you're like, oh, yes, that's maybe the only way to get certain rare blocks.
Yeah.
So that is on purpose as well.
Yeah, and you are supposed to not like them, so that's
Yeah.
totally fine.
There's also a gameplay element that you're supposed to not like. So if you don't like them, then that's good.
Yes, and it's working.
That's like if you don't like the villain of the movie, that's intentional usually. So, unless depends on the villain, some villains are made to be liked or to be certainly likable as well.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
so
Read.
you've been having problems with colonists not with the pirates not leaving. Yeah, I've heard it here and there, but if you find a way to reproduce that, like some way you kill the chests and they still stay, that would make it much easier for us to find out what the problem is, basically. I think on the lower area, I think the aquarium we should probably... We can leave it with water, but probably should remove the inside of it. So, remove the corals.
Level, you should have been to the sea by now. This is level 4, so you should have been in the ocean.
True, but it's very costly, isn't it?
I don't think so. You found them all together.
Too
Yeah,
late.
Too late, too late.
It's too late to apologize.
You can still apologize to me. It's alright.
I'm sorry, Ardovan. Not going to happen again.
My corals! No grass? No nothing? Come on, not even grass.
We can put some grass in, okay.
I mean, there's an entrance right here.
Yeah, I just forgot about that.
Oh my gosh. And you took the prismarine? That was needed for the leveling.
So, oops. How do I enter here?
Well, you know, you took your stairs. That's part of the problem there.
Oh, that's what the stairs were for. Ah, the circle is closing. And that's what the other one here was for. The other circle is closing. It all makes sense now.
The circle.
Yeah, we can leave those 3 prismarine for the leveling. That's fine. I think we're fine. I think down here we're finished now. I think.
I think we're ready for the level 3.
Upstairs as well. Everything ready?
Yep,
I think so too, right?
I'm just putting a cap on the fireplace up, the chimney up here, real quick.
So that's similar to the chimney on the other side. Ah, yeah, it's a little bit different. Can make a cap here. Yes.
Yeah.
There seems to be one left, but I can find him happen twice. Ah, that's weird. Sam, didn't we have the thing that if there's only 1, 2 left, we still end the raid? Isn't that maybe happen?
Should be.
Maybe not for pirates and only for the non-structure based raiders. Is that possible?
Pirates are based on their spawners,
But
not on entities left.
even so, because they're saying they killed all the spawners, but there's still a pirate left, and they are not leaving.
Eravan, the capstones that were put
That's
down.
kind of normal. The pirate ship is leaving at the evening with
All these capstones. Should we
raiders.
change these capstones on the walls?
What do we have to change?
Like these smooth,
I think
smooth.
we've removed enough at this level.
Yeah, I think for level 4 that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, everyone jump out the schematic. Gotta go pick up all the leftover stuff.
Okay.
Don't want to be cloned. Don't want to be cloned.
You know, we dropped into the void.
I would like to be 2. That would make things so much easier for me.
Oh, that's easy enough. Just knock a hole through the floor and just jump. You know.
It's like...
I mean, if you want me to show you what happens, go ahead and jump in there.
No, I would just want to be 2. I don't want to fall in the void. I
Oh,
want to have
Ray.
like 1 raid.
Oh, you
wait.
need cloning, yes. Extra hands.
Ray, over here. Head south. Over here, where I am at.
Where is south? South here?
Over here. No, toward me. There you go. So these are things I put together.
Ah, yes. I did see them. So we have here some extra decorational elements, basically. Things we can
Also,
be...
also planning elements.
and planning
because
elements.
I figured that a house is about yay to yay to yay.
Yes.
A house will occupy this space.
Yeah,
so this is like is a way to plan out your build. And I also decided that some places will be at the top of a hill. Hey, there's a path behind the house.
Yes. And those
And
things
this
are
one
going to be useful for some...
And this one right here is this is ground. This is the start of the hill climb.
yes.
So you can put a house here. The thing is, these would probably work well as maybe deco builds.
Yeah, it could be used for decorate, but we could also use them kind of for... like
deco builds as in with the deco
template
tool.
for starting with a new schematic.
Well, I'm saying with the deco tool.
Yes.
That is, you can upgrade them. Which means on this one here and on this one over here, I'd have to fill this thing full of placeholder blocks. So if you put a house here, it doesn't get destroyed when you upgrade it.
True, that's a nice thing as well.
Oh, and this, remember we were talking about in the chat about random blocks? This is something we were talking about right here. This would be a great place for random blocks.
Yes.
So no 2 walls are alike.
So we're ready with level 3 now. We can be... I would guess we should probably remove most of these banners here.
And we change all this
Remove
terracotta,
remove
this
the porch.
stone, change this terracotta to stone.
Not yet. I was gonna put that on level 2.
So
Oh.
Right now, remove the porch and remove the capstones, and we're gonna remove a lot of the downstairs as well.
yes.
We
That means
could also remove some of the auto buildings.
yeah.
So
Actually, I'm wondering if because we're getting rid of the porch up here. We can replace this roof up here with just like a floating carpet ceiling.
Yeah.
and
Or
you
just
know,
plain white.
red
white-
sandstone is a huge pain to come by.
Yeah, you gotta find that red desert.
You need to find
Yeah,
a
now, is
mesa
Mesa.
biome for that.
Hey Ray, the dyer can now dye that, can't they?
They what?
I thought the dyer could dye that.
Ah, we
Dice-
do have a worker for that, yes.
Yeah.
That can help out with that a little bit.
Yeah.
So, hello Walduk, hi there, how you doing? So we're currently downgrading the level 5 to level 3 now. So we do have the level 5 town hall here of the Incan style, have here the level 4, and here we're now downgrading the level 4 to level 3 right now. So
So we need to check the lighting. I forgot to do that. Because I
Oh.
removed some inrods, and I don't know what things look like after that.
So
Yeah. And these stairs can go. No one's going upstairs anymore.
making things cheaper, especially the red sandstone stuff.
Yeah, that could just be replaced with
So that is
something
very
else.
expensive as well.
And
think
take
this
out
is
a layer
probably
of racks in
fine.
the storeroom over here.
That's fine.
Actually, this storeroom
I
could
would
be
leave them for
redesigned.
now.
We can make the storeroom smaller.
So, although this style in general will be hard without mesa, in general, right?
Yeah, because you need all that clay to dye.
Because you can dye it at least, yes, but
It's to die for, but yeah.
yes, it quite literally. So,
It also depends on the mod you got installed.
true, I think removing those slabs is a nice idea as well. So, to flatten this, simplify this a little bit. You want an update for sandstone style? As far as I know, someone was working on that in the past.
It's just a very difficult style and it's very inconsistent. It needs to be rebuilt from the beginning.
Yeah,
Do it,
So
I'm
that's
gonna
fine
take
already.
all this quartz
those
away, but I'll
slabs
leave the
have to go.
beams.
I guess the earlier builds are more consistent, the newer versions are quite often straight boards of the wooden style. So the newer buildings, the crafter buildings, etc. might need a special reworking, while others could be left as is. So I think we can leave those two. A little bit of banners is not too bad. Those yeah, we can leave as well. Doesn't have to be no banners at all. I think we can remove this path here around. Yes. Yeah, the house needs rework because it only has 2 beds as well. Yes. I'm just currently auto jump off. The worst thing Mojang added ever was auto jump. Does anyone play with auto jump?
No.
No.
I can't imagine anyone playing
It's
with auto
terrible.
jump. It's just so insanely horrible. It's
In fact,
incredible.
there's old mods that get ported forward. There's a few mods that will give you auto jump because it wasn't a thing you could turn on initially.
Just it should be default off. That's what it should be. It makes me even dizzy auto jump.
It's right up there with motion blur.
Yes, motion
Yes.
blur.
Yeah.
I don't know why so many shaders
Mojang
add
blur?
motion blur.
Mojang blur?
I don't get.
No, just the motion blur effect they put into all the games now.
Yeah, the shaders
yes.
also always put it. Like, the one reason I'm using Seos and not Sildurs is just because the motion blur makes me sick. It makes me just sick.
Oh, was it the one thing people have been do when you find that you can do it is turn off the shaker cam in Valheim, because otherwise every time you go you hit something that's rough, the camera shakes, and it's just like why? Oh, I know, they're Swedes. That's why. I mean, it was made by a bunch of five Swedes.
So, are you filling in? You're filling in currently this lower area here.
Yeah.
So I will fill in this room here as well. Although there's a lot of this is fine actually. There's a lot of stone in general going on as well here.
Yeah.
So scan tool here.
So, can I sing the praise of a mod I like? I mean, I love Minecolonies, but actually useful Stonecutter is a great little mod because it adds in all the woodcutter stuff, all the timbers.
Isn't
So
it?
it's woodcutter.
Isn't it the Corrales mod?
Yeah, I think it's from him. It does one other thing, and that is it gives you some benefits. Like, oh, I want to turn a log into planks. You get 6 to 1 instead of 4 to 1.
And that's maybe a little bit too overkill. It's already useful enough for the stairs. The planks, I think, is not necessary.
Oh yeah, you can just do one stair.
Yeah.
I just love that. Yeah.
That's also what makes the stonecutter so useful. We're using that a lot in Hell Colonies as well.
Do we want to change the sandstone stairs in the throne room to something else than sandstone?
So
I
Don't
think
you
I
be
will.
okay at this level?
Okay.
So
There we go. Part of me wants to take this top layer of white terracotta off
So
because of the roof.
I wonder if how much of because there's still a lot of stone down here in general.
Leave this inset, or should we raise the roof?
I'm removing the porch.
Raise the roof. So
There we go.
here, remove the item frames, banners, and torches.
Need a door here.
And then there's still the lower thing as well. So we go from here to here. We remove the stone, the black stone, and then we replace it with the solid substitution block as well. And I removed just some end rods in the oven of level 3
Inrods.
here.
I thought I had removed those.
And there
Oops.
still were 2 end rods. They're still in level 4. Yes.
Okay. I thought I removed those.
I did
guess
remove
did.
them in level 3, so I'm not sure they got fully removed.
So, Ervin, should we leave the ceiling drop down like this, or should we remove this top layer? Either raise the ceiling or drop the ceiling,
I
or
think
drop
this is
the.
good. I think this is good.
Do
In that case, we need to do this then. Otherwise, we'll get mobs.
we want to keep maybe the one room down here, or do we want to fill in the entire room downstairs?
Air downstairs. Let me look. I think we should let this start to be built, because it is level 3. This is when the difficulty starts to really kick up.
Yeah. I think it's fine. Just need some more torches and
Oh.
stuff.
And probably turn all these capstones into like stone slabs. Because we got a lot of these little slabs up here that can probably be.
I guess the
replaced.
black stone here is even fine.
Yeah, because it is the nether.
Yeah. And blackstone is easy to obtain, that's not a big problem. Just gotta light it up a little bit more.
Replace them with. Oh,
Bam.
you know, stone bricks. Get rid of the stone bricks. So.
So,
Yeah.
you're filling in
Yeah,
this wall
this
here.
is torch spam, by the way. You can remove every other of that.
Too much torches?
Too much torches. Come on, Luna. Too many torches. Stop that.
Get yourself the light overlay. You can see exactly where you
So-
need the torches.
What else? I think on the upper area he is fine. In here is fine too. Maybe we can replace the red sandstone with normal sandstone here. I think that would fit fine. Without reducing the difficulty a little bit.
To replace with the scan tool, Ray, instead of breaking them.
Oh, I could do it with. I could have done it with the scan tool. Yes.
Oh, soul lanterns, go, stay.
Oh,
Stay.
stay. They're
It's
cheap.
another level. Yeah.
Behind there. See,
Just
I
costs
use
a
the
little
scan
bit
tool,
of
you
iron.
get all that stuff, Ray. You don't miss anything.
So.
I got the soul lantern. Oh, you got it already?
I got one. Okay. There's some
Hi. There we go.
some behind here on the other side. Let me remove that one here as well.
Oh, you may have noticed I've gone through and replaced all the caps. A lot of the
Okay, that's fine.
capstones
Oh,
with
there's some
just
red
plain
sandstone
stone.
here at the top as well.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh, let's go look at our comparison, which is right here. So we do have some polished andesite and some polished diorite, so we're good with that. But that's got to go next level down.
So it's fine. for
Man, this
ones.
place is lit for mob spawning.
So I think now we can remove the cavern, the secret cavern.
Keep the spring though. Keep the spring.
I'm going to
You
keep
got rid of the
this-
spring?
I'm going to
Oh,
keep
well.
the spring, but I'm going to work around it with substitution blocks.
16 racks in here. Do we need 16 racks?
Half
We
that.
don't need any.
I know we don't need any.
Need,
However,
need.
players need all the storage they can get.
Is there a way to have a maximum tool?
Oh, I
There's-
found them. I found where they are. They're all back here. I'll get rid of these back here. They're in that little secret grotto behind this one building.
there's,
So they're going.
There's
they're
no
going.
way yet to have maximum item storage in a warehouse. No. So. So I'm going to leave the spring here, but it's going to be mostly enclosed. It's going to be costing less specific blocks, especially less andesite stuff.
There we go. I got rid of a whole slew of racks.
So here we go.
Was in one of these caves or storage rooms?
I already took care of it. Got rid of it and filled them in.
Okay.
And filled in the hole.
So here we go.
Oh, that's a ring.
That's a ray.
Here we go. Oops.
Yeah, once Ray's done with that room, I think we're good here.
There we go.
We don't want to leave the trapdoor open. There we go. Make sure it's closed over here.
All this stone cost.
Nope, it's open over here
Like
too.
that. substitution blocks as well.
Oh wow, we need lights down here. I see red.
A lot of the underground area is dirt, etc. A lot of the base area basically is dirt. I'm not sure if we want to replace more of that dirt with substitution blocks, or where we have. There's a lot of place which is andesite and similar stuff as well. So.
Oh
And oops, not the entire thing. Okay, that's fine then.
You took up the carpet, Ray, which means we now have a spawn point right here in front of the bed.
So. Yes. But like I said already, we will be reworking the spawning until we add this style, so we do not have to be that exact anymore with it. There won't be spawns anymore within the hut. Random spawns, that is. Random vanilla spawns.
And you'll add a tag for mob spawn then?
Probably a tag for mob spawn, but also potentially things like overnight a bunch of entities might spawn in your hut and your guards have to take care of it in the morning.
One thought would be random, instead of saying mob, you say creeper or skeleton or zombie.
There will potentially be something like tag based, so you can say I want this place here to be a place where they could spawn, else we will spawn them around the hut blocks. So like, okay, I have like a dark basement where I would want them to spawn, so that's where we will spawn them then. So I think we're pretty much done with level 3 as well. Maybe get rid of the spider webs.
Yeah. I'm actually adding something back to level 4 and level 5 that should have been there.
So
a path up the stairs into the place. It should be like at least a dirt path.
And yeah, we can make this here a dirt path as well then.
Yeah.
Instead of the diorite path.
Yeah, like I said before, yeah. When you're a builder, you end up going back, oh, I need to add this to all these other ones.
We start and end with the town hall.
Yeah.
Here.
Do all roads lead to the town hall?
Fine, I think.
Oh.
Anything else?
Nah.
I think it's good.
I think it's good. I think we're fine.
Yep.
So we will have another copy and paste action. Meanwhile, I'm going to be meeting Thaler.
Look out, Thaler! Look out, Thaler!
Oh no, everybody's coming.
So Thaler has been working on the tropical style, which is one of the styles we will be launching in the future as well. So this here is the Enchanter, isn't it? Hospital.
Enchanter? Oh yeah, it's the hospital.
We need to get rid of all this polished andesite to replace with normal andesite.
This is going to be the hospital. And as you can see here in a little bit in the distance, there is a bunch of other buildings that are planned. That is basically in the context of the of an event there was. Tropical Craft, something like this. I think it was Tropical Craft, where they're collecting donations and certain donation goal was reached. So we are working on this specific style here as the general result of the competition. So this here is the composter building. It looks neat as well. It's also a little bit of a more modern style as well, right?
There we go.
So this one looks pretty epic as well. The sifter and the crusher.
The walls look busy.
This one's the concrete sifter and crusher all one.
Yeah, now we want to make this look busy.
I like this
granite
little on the island thing as
granite.
well, so you can kind of place it in the middle of the ocean and not only very close to the beach.
Mhm.
I like it. Very neat.
This can go.
Lots of duplicates that haven't been fixed yet.
So this here is smells like university.
It smells like university.
But that's probably going to get changed completely. Because we decided that was kind of hard to maneuver through. It looks familiar too, doesn't it?
It does look familiar, yes.
Sounds like a Nirvana song. Smells like university.
So, but then, like it looks pretty nice as well. The top looks very familiar. The rest, not so much. I like it. It looks neat. Where's the hut block though?
There's, I believe that's the
I found
school,
it.
library, and university all in one.
Ah, it's school,
So they're
library,
all over
and
the
university. So we got here the university block. Here we got the school. Okay. And the library.
Here's the library, is upstairs.
Ah, the library is upstairs here. Got the library. So all three in one hut. Those are three huts I think you can combine easily because you rarely need more than one school and more than one library.
Another.
Yeah.
No, there's not a hut block up here.
It looks nice, even with an experimental gate. That looks neat. So,
No, Kugo and Erevan did a good job on it. I just need to figure out how to.
and that
Peek
one
through the hole, you know you want to. Ray,
to
go
remember
back
what
and
the
peek through.
rest.
you have to peek through the wall, the hole.
Yeah, go back into there and climb up the ladder and look through the telescope.
Ah, I think I did see that in the other telescope already once.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, you can see here some different planet. You see the sun here. You shouldn't look into the sun like this, but it's right there. So maybe you should wear some sunglasses first.
Must be Jupiter. Must be Jupiter. Yeah, yeah.
It's Jupiter. It's Jupiter. Yes. It's just reflecting the
cool.
sun very strongly.
Cool.
Could be a
wow.
full moon as well. An iron block would probably seem like a full moon then.
Yeah.
So this here is the barracks.
Coral block.
Yeah.
Looks like that's a barracks. Yes. I do love the
Sorry.
barracks.
It is, though it's very empty inside.
It does need decoration, but not so much. I think military buildings are also like, if you keep them a little bit cold, it's not a big problem because it's a military building, so it doesn't have to be so noisy.
Soldiers don't have to be warm.
So
Be.
they're spending most of their
Polish.
time
Polish.
not working anyway, so they just need a bed to crash in and a small desk with. But I do enjoy it a lot. It goes up here as well to the upper area. So that's
There we
basically the
go.
barracks tower then.
Oh, and all the stone bricks need to be replaced. So I'll just replace them with.
So here we got
This
the
is just
florist.
next to the florist composter.
Ah, it's the florist composter as well. What is this?
That's all 5 herders in one place.
Interesting. That's definitely interesting.
There we go.
It's a nice idea. Rarely need multiple ones from my experience. Could even potentially make them modular enough such that you can replace one herder with another one if you need
They-
one not.
Oh,
Like for example this one here, those two
Oh,
here
good.
seem equal to the building. So you could, if you do it right, remove that block and replace that as a player, right?
well, all 4. The only one that's different is number 5. It's 1 block wider than the other 4. So potentially all 4 of them could be the same thing.
That's relatively neat. It would allow that, make it kind of like, okay, I don't need a specific herder, Again, I need 2 of another one. Which one is the central herder?
Chicken Hut is going to be what builds the platform.
Chicken Hut is
Whichever
going to
one
be-
that is. I'm not
Orange
actually
one.
sure. The
Orange one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's straight across from the
So
entrance.
it's the only one that is different.
with a chick. That's fine then. So you got a few copies of that. Then we have the Fisher.
Yeah. The tricky part about this is you have to pull them apart.
Yes.
Yeah. And a whole lot of substitution blocks, so nothing destroys everything
Yeah.
else.
that will look surely different before scanning it in.
Oh yes.
So the farmer here, decent, nice. That's just
Needs
a tavern.
The Tavern, Cook, and Baker.
Tavern, cook, and baker, all in one here as well. That one I had seen already. I do like the baker tower up there, the wind sail basically. So what do we have here?
It's the warehouse.
The warehouse. It's classic.
And couriers.
And careers. And they're here. Nice.
Well, yeah, there's one.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So there'll be a courier alt for the 5th one out. So you
So
can have 5.
you can have up to 10 at level 5.
Oh, well.
You might have to add an additional set on the 2nd floor. There would be space for it. And the courier racks are registered to the warehouse, by the way.
Yes.
So, and then the lumberjack, I guess. It's a bunch of different trees. I think we need signs on the trees where we write like "do not cut," so that players do not expect the lumberjack to cut the trees within their own area.
Nursery. We'll have to put nursery sign.
You
I thought by default they didn't.
They don't, but players don't understand that often.
yeah.
Oh.
Players that sometimes cut down those trees here and replanted them, and the builder is not cutting them.
I might just replace. I wonder. It'll have to be tested. I wonder if you can just replace them with samplings and let vanilla do its thing.
Yes, that.
It'd lower the roof.
It causes some problem if you have placeholder blocks above it. That works, but there can be some weird oddities with it. Like you have a sapling there, and then you click repair, and the builder removes then
Yeah, he will.
the lowest block of the tree and places the sapling there. But then again, repair at the level 1 hut is not so likely. The higher levels it gets. But upgrade, you can then just have the lower one also be a placeholder block.
Hey Ray, confirm this. Didn't you at one time just placed vines without having vines in the inventory? Basically, you treat them like you do grass blocks.
They're free. Were they free before?
Yeah.
Vines were never free.
Oh. Would you make them?
Although I am thinking about making something like if there is a vine in the schematic above the vine, then the vine is not placed. Or to be exact, if in the world there is a vine above the vine already, like if there's like the builder tries to place a vine at a position, but there's a vine on top of it already, the builder will not require it.
Gotcha. So it'll grow instead.
So it will let it grow instead. I did think about that as a possibility.
Okay.
Yeah, would be nice.
Now, would that?
I
Yeah,
think
so
it would
if we
be a
built-
decent trade-off. So
Yeah, because we build from the bottom up. That doesn't work for the jungle schematic, because then, yeah, there's a vine, and now we put a vine on top of that. Now I put a vine on top of that.
Yeah, it can get very costly. And we did remove already. I did want to remove some of those huts, but it's already done. So we got that cleaned up here. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Potentially, I was thinking of actually keeping all the trees. Oh, that's level 2, right? Yeah, the leaves are
jungle?
free.
In jungle?
No, here at the.
Yeah. I mean, you know, this is where if you're doing a mod pack, you add in the wooden shears. So that way the player can go, I just make a whole box full of wooden shears and just go to town.
Yeah, the leaves are free actually. The leaves are fully free.
Yeah.
So that looks fine. It's level 2 bookshelves and a lectern. That's okay.
Yeah, the lectern can be in the supply camp or the supply ship.
It's also fine. It's fine. It's a town hall after all.
Yeah. We're missing a banner. We got the orange one, but we need the red one.
Let me copy it over.
Yeah.
Chip, I'm coming.
And that can be on the supply camp or supply ship. So yeah, at least 2 banners pre-provided.
I would put a bunch of those banners on the supply camp probably.
Yeah.
So, relatively funnily, we can put an alpaca in the supply camp.
Okay. How we like an egg?
No, it's because the supply camp is free, right?
Right.
Yes.
So it's spammed in a free mode basically. So
well, Ray, not 1. You gotta have 2.
So you could get a pair of alpacas in your supply camp.
So we can get the baby alpacas.
Those should then be just spawned in as normal entities. It should work. With a thing of should, because I'm not entirely sure.
I see the player base is gone. All right, so it's all solid there now.
Yes, I think we're fine for level 2 now.
Yeah.
So I would say ship it, and we go to level 1 down now.
Wait, replace this andesite real quick for me.
Which one?
Right here.
With what? Andesite? That's diorite.
Stone. Yeah.
Yeah, stone or cobble.
Cobble wall.
Yeah.
So.
Did we hit the grass with a whole bunch of bone meal? So it's more overgrown?
Well, see, you gotta pick those. You gotta take a pair of shears and pick all those.
Yeah, probably better not.
Oh, you're not letting me be mean to the players.
No, I won't. I've been the player.
Player too, so yeah. I've been my player playing my own stuff, so yeah, I know the pain.
At least something, right?
Alright, so here we start.
Kuku has not yet played in the warped style and seen the pain of providing a million different color of beds.
Alright, so for this we're going to make wooden buildings.
And we're going to go away with all the extra buildings around it here.
Yeah.
A little stone here and there. I mean, the palace should still be. Let's look at the builder. But cobblestone, mostly cobblestone. I'll just turn this whole thing into cobblestone, but with a wood roof instead of a. Actually, with this room right here goes.
Here we go.
Oh, what goes? What goes in here?
Cleaning up here a little bit.
You know what? It's not me doing this. But I would say probably turn the palace into cobble. Get rid of the. Well, I can get rid of the floating roof because we don't get that anymore.
So,
I'll get rid of the floating roof.
I would probably replace a little bit of this dirt here with just a solid substitution.
I'm of the opinion that if I have wood that's visible, if I have ground that's visible, I actually just put grass because that's you want grass. Otherwise, you can get stone, and then the player will you know.
Now we do have a problem with all the stone here in general, so maybe we should have more solid substitution blocks instead of a lot of this stone. It's a level 1 building, right?
Yeah.
So, campfires we can keep, I guess.
Get rid of that and just put down. The wool's fine, but we just put down. Okay, we don't put down anything.
I've pulled out everything that I think is unreasonable. Anything like cobby mosselstone, mossy cobblestone is something you have to go mining for.
Yeah. You need vines and stuff for that. That's nasty.
Oh look. Remove pix blockers. Should I remove pix blockers?
Oh, I think you should.
I think you can't reasonably ask someone to require so many letters. So we have a bunch of. We have 91 stone still. I think that's fine for a town hall.
I mean, I'm looking over there at the builder. No, cobble. Just make it all cobble.
I think the resource list is highly reasonable. Yeah.
Andesite.
Yeah, but 3 andesite, that's fine. 3 andesite.
It really depends. I've had the worst time.
There's more than that in there. There's a lot of andesite. I see it in the walls.
And,
so
49 andesite, yes.
We should probably replace it with cobblestone.
I would replace it with a solid substitution, maybe.
Well, yeah, actually a lot of this could be solid substitution.
There you go.
The andesite slab.
Is this building too big?
Slab.
Is this building too big? That's the question.
Yeah, I would.
We
probably make it only this right here. Honestly.
Yeah, I think so
there,
too.
Ninja. How are you doing?
Are you getting it? Okay.
Yeah, but it's a little bit less than a stack of stone brick in here. A little bit more than a stack of stone in here, so I think cost-wise that's totally fine.
So we kind of build a wall.
No peeking at your slow start. What are you starting slowly? So, no peeking at your style you're building here. Where is Ninja's style now that you mentioned it?
He's ninjaing it.
That's exactly what he's doing.
The modular round style.
There we go.
Somewhere hidden in the leaf, is it?
Shall we do the same kind of roof we did over there on the builder with trapdoors and slabs? At least trapdoors for the veranda.
So.
Oh, I need.
So if this is.
I just realized that for the spruce tree, I had used wood, so I need to replace that with log.
Here we go.
It's log.
Only the town hall has really started, so there's not even much to gossip about for me. I'm disappointed. So.
I mean, we can try to spoil some wicked, so maybe I'll actually get my button to finish it.
So we can pressure Aravan a little bit to finish it.
Yep.
So
yeah, let's
take a look at Wicked after we finish this, because that's almost finished after we wrap up this.
We're done. We're done.
Just putting a roof on.
Oh, it was roof.
Yeah.
Might want to keep them dry. I mean, it'd be the nice thing to do.
So there's
Just
some
get rid
water.
of this.
Why is there water flowing? Ah, there was the blocks here, I guess.
There we go.
Okay.
And then what? Slab roof.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Peak slab roof. So I guess slab.
yeah. Slab roof is fine, I think.
Make it a peaked one. So
So you could even have cobblestone stairs upwards, I think.
the corners. Ah, yeah, yeah. So
We get some cobblestone
yeah.
stairs.
I got you. Stairs.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Looks a little bit too raw without stairs. So
Actually, I was thinking like this.
here we go. Oops. Here. Yes. I think that's fine. Yes. Excellent.
Oh, I was gonna put in a window element up here. There we go. Put a window element here.
And I think I'm going to let John finish the little roof here, and going to
Light it up.
wait for Erevan to. We don't have to do a little bit and light it up a little bit. Like I said already, don't forget that we will have the functionality that mobs are not going to spawn anymore around the building,
Oh, okay.
so we don't have to spam the blocks around.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to wait for Erevan to fly over quickly to the wicked style.
Actually, it's not peaked enough. That's not peaked enough. Instead of using stairs, use slabs. So it's not peaked enough. It's got to peak more than that. So I need a slab.
Then we go one lower. Oops, that's a little bit big.
A little bit big. I mean, everything I built is big.
Oh no, it was me selecting something with the wrong scan tool. Okay, so now I'm going to teleport to Erevan, and we're going to take a look at her wicked style. It definitely looks very wicked, that is for certain. I already had given it a little peek some time ago. And this here is,
Town hall.
that here is the town hall. Looks very wicked.
Okay.
I
Very
haven't
nice.
finished much in town hall.
It's very, yeah, there's still a bunch of space, open space.
There is also a hidden winery, wine storage.
There is. Goes into spectator mode.
Cheater.
Something hidden where?
Hidden from me. So
From
where's
the all-seeing eyes of Ray.
So there's a little room here with
Got a parkour up to it.
here's the winery. You have to parkour up to it. Nice. I would absolutely fail this parkour, that one is certain. But I saw there's something like under.
Oh yes, that is the every single building has Citizen's Hut underneath it. This is a very, very condensed style because in the Nether you kind of want to hide from everything.
No, I meant here at the corners there were like empty blocks with some magma blocks in them.
Oh, that's the platforms because once ideally you'd find an existing fortress and then build this off one of the platforms that just go into nowhere.
Nice, got it. We got the Citizen Hut down here then basically. And here are some ladders upwards. No, they don't lead anywhere.
One of them does.
One of them does. Here.
Yeah.
Leads to you have to jump too high to get up.
Uh-oh. That's a mistake.
Okay, that looks pretty. No, definitely. Outside it looks absolutely awesome. inside the loot is a little bit empty, but it's, I know, the hardest thing is decorating the interior of the buildings.
Definitely.
That's the hardest part of building.
Most people are creative in one way
So,
or the other.
for every building, I had to decide how many jobs does this take, plus the citizens I put underneath it, how many jobs I end up with, trying to keep things balanced.
So here we have the tavern. And
It also includes a bakery and a
It
restaurant.
doesn't count.
And I thought it includes the hospital as well,
No?
because of the red cross and on top of it.
Oh, coincidence entirely.
So, employees only, another winery here. This is going to be the Wicked style, and that one of the two Nether styles. So the Warp style is already ready, and that is going to be the Wicked style. That's more going to be the darker biomes. For this
Still
style, it's going to be
spectators, I have no idea what's
super
going on.
essential to block the spawning, because this one is not going to be made in a warped forest. Beware of the sleeping in the Nether.
I mean, when I was younger, I don't know how many songs.
Mimi is
I
liking
had,
it a lot.
but never quite finished, and never finished.
Yeah,
recording
Coco
or
put those signs all over my buildings. I can't imagine why.
No one knows that those songs existed.
Ah, nice. Then we have here another
Count
mix
until
of
you
huts.
finish it,
Those are the
and then put it out.
basically a
Now, I'm not
a
saying
protective
crap
area
on
for the
but there comes a time when
animal abusers.
finishing and moving on, I think, is vital. Otherwise, you're just holding on to all of these old works.
Then we go here.
Yeah, I visited earlier. This is I do love this
Because any
design.
sort of
This is the
creative process,
barracks.
You need to finish things.
I can't check. No, this is not the barracks. Those are another set.
You're invisible to me, but right here's the signs of everything that's in it.
Game mode creative.
Oh, hello. I just
Yes.
got teleported.
And there's another
Okay.
citizen hut down here. And there's a bunch of
This
things in
has barracks. It has both academies. It has a blacksmith.
it. Both
What are you?
barracks, both academies. A blacksmith, a mechanic, and a smeltery.
So there
Another
is going
fletcher.
to be 8 barracks in here. 8 barracks towers. They're very skinny, so they can fit in a very
The
small
cliche
space.
of art is not
And
finished,
the,
it's abandoned.
the-
yes, it can
what do you call
always
them?
be better.
Crafters are in the corners.
But you have to
So-
finish
Very
it. You have to
compact,
plan it
very
because
compact.
Very. The
otherwise
buildings
you're
are
just the
big,
guy
but many
talking
buildings
about
fit
your
into
art. You're
it.
not the guy doing it.
So
get
you won't
better by
need
doing it,
too
finishing
many
it,
of them.
learning from that process, and moving on to the
We got
next.
something.
It's all condensed to 10 platforms.
Then we have something else here,
Or
which
switches
is
as I walk on it.
university, school, library, hospital.
I like the tavern. Ah,
Very
That's not a
neat.
hospital. The hospital is in the park. Because that makes sense.
Ah, enchanter. Sorry.
mhm. Oh yeah, the park.
And then we have here a bunch of the crafters together, basically, and the warehouse in careers. Very neat as well.
Oh, look! This should make people happy. So when you go upstairs, all the couriers is upstairs. There is 10 of them in this building.
Nice. Let me check out those. Can't fly through walls anymore. Little offices here. Neat.
Oh, how many racks do you have?
I think it was 100? I try to stay around 100.
So,
Who got you beat with Acacia? Acacia has 160.
so
Is that all?
and then we have here the rainbow factory.
That's level 5. Then you just throw a emerald in the bin and you got a lot more space.
Composter, apiary, dyer, glass flower plantation, and hospital.
Mhm.
It's very neat, definitely the rainbow in the back. We got basically those little shops here. Definitely neat.
Mm. I looked at this and I said, "This is the most expensive building ever built."
But yeah, all the dye. People are going to kill me for those dye.
And this is this is the factory basically, right? That's the thing where
Yes.
you were tinkering with the redstone.
Yes.
So,
So you're supposed to mine it. It comes in, it gets crushed and sifted. It goes through the divider in the middle, goes to the concrete maker and the stone smelter. That's what it's supposed to look like.
so. And what was not working of the redstone?
I think we got it figured out. I was just trying to make things move, so it looks like it was going through pipes.
Ah, yes.
I see, and you got access
I mean,
to
here inside
Lago
here you could
Fiddle
have
with-
2 pistons pushing it left and right, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ah, you have 2 pistons pushing it left and right.
There's actually, I think, quite a few more than that.
Ah,
It's the oh wow, this is the concrete maker. I see. Oh.
ah, you're pushing it in a circle.
Yes.
You know you can use the multi pistons for that.
Really? I wish I had someone to show me how to do that.
Look at this. I'm going to show you
Bad eye.
with the multi piston.
I was very subtle, right? That was subtle.
Yeah.
So now we need equal
Oh, yeah.
distances.
And then you just one suck, one pulls. Okay.
At one point, if things were like that, it would lock it up and then crash the server.
So this
When we
is
built the birch
east,
elevator, it crashed.
north.
Here is the I believe it was the mechanic in Space Wars.
Redstone.
That thing is automated. But not like this. No, this is a bit more than I did over there.
Oops, we needed 4 range. So that one is then north and west. Oops, also 4 range. And that is then west and south.
4 range.
4 range. And that one here is then south and east. South.
This is where having a map is handy. You can look at the map and go, "Oh, I'm facing west."
And 4.
Ah, 4 range.
And 4. Okay.
Like he has a map.
So now we
Yeah.
need just some redstone stuff, basically. Give me.
If you want in the cycles. So here's a question, Ray. I thought about this one time. If I were to move multi-blocks using multi-blocks, could I then have them activate when
No,
they get to a certain position?
You can't move tile entities. You can only move normal blocks.
So they're tile entities, so you can't actually move multi-blocks.
No,
Okay.
you can't move multi-blocks.
Can I piston though in place?
So no, you can't piston them either.
That's not gonna work, Ray. First off, if you're gonna do that, you have to have it so it's attached to the side, not to the bottom. I believe you gotta have it in the side facing the block.
I was hoping that having a block on top of the torch would power the next one next to
I
it.
thought it would do this. Do it. Fudge.
Yeah, we are a family-friendly stream,
Yes.
and we want to monetize the videos on YouTube.
Now, if it's like that, would it work?
That worked.
So now it's. I don't know if it works or not. Nope. You know what you need? A detector block. Oh, that's what you need.
No,
A
a detector
detector
block
block.
would work. Yes.
Yeah.
Robbie is like, hold up, I can help you with this.
What is the
No, you want looking up. You want a detector block looking up, and it triggers when something's overhead.
Oops. So And then
Is that's upside down? Is
that's
that upside down? Yeah.
You all can just admit that Thalar's the best builder because he doesn't make the players build insane redstone mechanics.
Instead,
Go ahead.
Thaler.
You can admit it, watchers.
Instead,
Thaler, you are the most awesome.
I
Instead,
don't think
Thaler
so.
requires us to pay insane amounts of item frames.
It's true. It's true. Including
He does have his
invisible ones
weakness,
now.
but you know what? It looks good.
It does look.
It hurts your
does look
FPS, but
amazing.
it looks good.
Yes.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. 2070 runs it just
No,
fine.
let me just check quickly.
I thought it'd be a redstone that would do the red lamp.
So does it trigger it? No, it's not
No.
triggering. Even though it's something is
put-
changing.
If I put a redstone torch on it, and now we send it back. How do we send it back?
Here.
Gotta send it around the circle. Send it around the circle.
Jim. What is happening? Because when you're stuck. Why? North,
Broke it, Ray.
west, northwest. So. Doesn't want.
Somewhere out there, there is a person who does redstone professionally, just tearing their hair out, screaming obscenities at the
North,
screen.
west.
Was it B00 and Doc that were having redstone wars, kind of, on the Hermitcraft server?
Button.
I missed that. Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
sitting over here on my terribly annoyingly loud device that works.
I mean, the easiest thing would be
You're doing
actually
that.
just having a. Let's do the lazy one then.
One extra stone, see if that works.
Just do the lazy version. So
We have an expert.
Obvious, like, hold on, I got this.
We have an expert.
he's
Oh, it ran for a second.
it needs a block 3 underneath. Ah, I didn't know that. So this can't be a circle.
There
right?
we go. Well, it's...
So
See, this isn't deadly. This is deadly. That's the big difference.
let's just make this. Oops. Walking over me. Okay. Then we go here. We add some delays for it.
Hi, Thaler. I'm sitting here on my device. That works.
Here.
I was just thinking, don't automated devices that run endlessly just cause server lag?
They do. But there is also an off button. Wait, where's my off button? It's right here.
So are these inside of something somewhere?
So
It's right here. It's inside this to make this look like it's moving.
so
And down here is the off button for the
It's
entire
working.
redstone that I have. Whoop.
Almost.
and one of them is wrongly configured.
What
But
is?
if I wanted to,
One of the
start it again,
blocks
I
is-
push.
We have to
Put the switch
trigger
and
it
push the
The
manually.
timing's off. Let's try that.
And what runs? Other
So
than
Everything.
these things?
I need a quick
This
button.
runs.
Let me
It
get a
runs.
button.
They make clank on top, and it also moves this around here.
Oh, just in the window. Okay.
Yeah, put the button there, Ray. That blocks it.
So
Oh, there it goes.
no, I
It's
just wanted
slow,
it to go one.
That's fine. It doesn't need to run super speed. Then it'd just be a whole ton
So
of
that
annoying
one
noise.
went.
And lag.
That,
Oh, and then
Button
there's
again.
your builder comes along or whatever. And
Button.
walks into the lava pit over here.
Is there a way to get
I see
clay?
you've got it fenced off.
And there's a way to get clay
What?
from the
What?
crusher.
what?
Except can you...
Oh wait, they can't
So-
jump in, and they will. Uh-oh.
They'll walk the magma blocks.
Jump in. Ah, I jumped in.
So
Yeah,
they'll
if you
walk
can,
in the
they
mag-
will.
They can, if you just break that stair... Oh, did I just offset it?
so that goes over here.
Just
That goes
raise
over here.
this up on the side to there.
That goes over here. And this goes.
Now it's safe.
And now it goes over here.
Except, does this
Yes. Now we should just
Magma burn?
connect the things
will burn.
again that we broke.
burn? Well, if they stand on it, that's their problem.
Sha.
So fix what we broke.
Oh, that's a lot of grinding.
So that's a line again.
Push the button.
They're easy, aren't they? Hold on, let me make sure.
No, it's just a lot of grinding stones.
Oops,
I
it's
haven't
not
seen so
connected
many
here.
in one place.
I think we messed
It
it
looks
up again.
good though. It looks like teeth.
Wait,
Yeah, that was the intention.
why is it triggering itself now? Now we have two things running through, two signals running through currently.
Yeah. Did discover.
So
It's on.
it's a little bit too fast. There's one of them that is misconfigured.
Yeah, basically only one person should be playing with the configuration of the multi pistons.
So, and yes, for terracotta you can get that in the Mesa biome. Hi there, Yarn. Welcome to the stream. We are having...
See what's happening. It gets to that corner there, but that signal goes off first.
So, do we need more than them? I think we need maybe a little bit more. Oops. Slower relay. Chip, chip, chip. Are we on 3? We're on speed on 2. So, did break the chain, didn't I? So,
Oh, is this one configured right? One in front of me by the button. Is this configured right?
still a little bit too fast. Gotta slow it down a little bit more. So, is it now
It's
going?
all about the timing.
So, but I think it's still moving in non.
There it goes.
So,
Ah, there it goes.
so
Yes.
now it's going.
There it is. Yeah, now you got it.
And now it stopped. You jinxed it, John. You just jinxed it. I haven't worked in quite a while with Redstone. I had in a private world I built something similar like that, just a little bit bigger, and it worked out.
Yeah, basically you want the redstone going in the opposite direction. Okay, that one in the corner, is that one configured correctly?
One of them is probably in an
There it
on
goes.
state instead of being in the off state.
Yeah.
And when it makes one round too much, then it's going to misconfigure it again. Let me speed that.
And there it goes. So yeah, it's getting them all in the same state, and that's the hard bit.
So the speed, let's speed that up a little bit to make it match the redstone speed. I think we're at 3 now. I think we're getting close. Oops.
Yep. There was a mod that lets you put slabs over redstone.
So I'm going to
Caterpillar is very confused.
so
Ray's stroking it, that's why.
Caterpillar.
so now
Word caterpillar.
it goes here. Wait, I have been configuring it not rightly now. So those are
Yeah, but
those are fine.
the circle is broken.
Now the circle is broken on purpose. Okay, now oops, should be able to re-instantiate the circle.
Oh, I got you. You get them all synced.
I got them all synced. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Push the button, Max.
ah,
Nope. That one's not synced.
Does my builder have to take extended learning classes to know how to do this?
It's a research.
So
You know, it'd be
Okay.
worth having the mechanic be someone who can build these things for you.
there we go. Right, configured. That one is wrongly configured. Now it's correctly configured. That one was wrong as well. I'm really gonna need a PhD for that one.
I remember one time picking up a book on doing redstone in Minecraft, and I'm going,
So, not
It was-
everyone is a mumbo jumbo, right?
yeah.
Right.
Nah,
Oh,
it's a bit too slow. We have to. The repeaters relay it still more quickly than they're supposed to. But I want to actually get that done with the observer block. Let me do a little bit of experimenting with that.
sorry, dear, that won't work. They have to be all the same block.
Darn. I really
Yeah, they
wanted
have
that
to be all
caterpillar.
of the same block, unfortunately.
Reminded of is it Tinkers? Someone had a something like the multi-block, the multi-piston, but you could it had
the output
inventory.
is on the other side. No, I got it. No, I got it.
Yeah, that you could. Oh,
So
they had something like a multi-piston. People used it for making drawbridges.
let me remove that. That should be possible to do that event based. Just now I've figured out the observer block. I never worked with the observer block. I always worked
Yeah.
with the old traditional redstone.
Yeah, I did. It had one feature I liked, which was that it had inventory.
So basically what we do then is we go, oops, lost my redstone. So that one goes here.
Rename this stream as multi-piston class.
Multi-piston class. So, and that should then trigger this. Yes. Maybe a little bit. Let me prolong this. Okay. Then the same thing. Now I'm going to use the scan tool. Oops. Here.
You know, this is programming. This is redstone programming.
It is, basically it is. So, this is what people used to program before it was cool.
Oh, I know what's happening, Ray. It's triggering at every block.
Yes. So, oh, that is also a problem, true.
Yeah.
Let us see, but let me check if that actually will work out.
Yeah, but it is triggering on every block.
So then we got that one here is off.
Copy everything, Ray.
So we got that one here triggers here. So that one is supposed to be here. And that one here is wrong. We'll fill that in. And that one is then supposed to be here.
That one's wrong too. Yeah.
This. Yes. And then the final one here. And down. Okay, then. So we just need now a redstone cable of each of them coming upwards. And a repeater going a little bit further outside than here. Here, and here. 1, 2. Actually, do the repeater here. And then we don't need the block on top of it. Then here, that's the last one left.
I see what you. So like over here too, then. Yeah. There you go.
I can shorten that even. And then we just need a block. Chip. So.
Yeah.
No. See, he's trying to tell him that that's all wrong.
Their pants are going to tomorrow.
I think this one is repeatedly triggering itself, right?
After that.
So it is moving forward. Even a little bit too fast, a little bit confused.
And the day after that.
So
Slow it down a little bit.
maybe we slow it down to 1 and see.
Ah.
And the day after that.
Nope.
We have to have all the same speed.
Oh, we're lucky you only have the detector on one side. Nope.
So it's because it's triggering the block update, even if it's just replacing. We would need a block update only on. There's a bee running around wildly here. You can go outside. I don't have a problem with that.
I guess we all have future pants.
I don't enter your
Pants
house.
we're going to wear tomorrow.
Yeah.
And the next day.
Let me get rid of this.
And the day
Bee.
after that.
Okay. It is kinda moving because it's just doing this detection. I will have to double check how I did that in the other server, because I had a really easy contraption that did the round trip just easily. It is also really late in the stream already. We're 2 hours in, so we did finish the town hall today. Tomorrow we will work on the citizen hut again then. Not again, we will then work on the citizen hut of the Incan style. Odd is obsessed with showing off his walls. So he needed decent sized walls apparently. And had to make just insanely huge walls. Welcome Clea to the channel. That he did make with multi-pistons going up and down, I guess. Although you just overdid it. by an insane percentage, as always.
Is this a challenge to the Asian walls I built? Is that what's going on over here? I can make those bigger.
Oh, what is it?
Very nice walls, Odd. It doesn't look like you're compensating anything.
No compensation whatsoever.
No compensation whatsoever. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. We will be online tomorrow around the same time again, so don't lose out. Thanks everyone for tuning in today and building with us. So thanks to Erwin, John, Thylar, Kugo that left already, and Odd for showing off his odd walls. See you tomorrow, everyone. Thanks for engaging in the chat with us, and thanks for tuning in. Please hit the follow button if you liked the episode. We will be uploading all of this to YouTube as well if you missed most of the stream. If you want to support our project, you can consider becoming a Patreon and get access to our Patreon servers as well as the schematic servers. Thanks everyone. Good night, morning, evening, depending on where you are. Ciao ciao. See you around.
Good night.